Round of a fight. Here it is. Look, here it is. There's action from last night's fight. There it is. Wow. This will be rebroadcast. Here's another. Now, this is more of a program note than a reminder. This will be rebroadcast on Showtime Saturday, something, something, something. It's not even close to Cosby. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, George Foreman. Boy, you look great. You look like you're favoring your eye. You got a little puffiness, a little discoloration on your right eye. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah. What happened? Did you get tagged?
Cooney got me before I got him.
Yeah. But you really got him.
Yeah, but if you see him this morning, he looked like the one who won the boxing match.
Oh, no, no. Now you're just being silly because I
He
saw...
socked it to me. He really did.
Did he let... Okay, we know he hit you once, unless that happened in a cab.
Twice.
He actually hit you twice?
He hit me so hard, it may have been 3 times. You can start to forget after a while.
Oh, no. You know, it didn't look like that.
This is the hardest hitter I've ever been in the ring with.
Right.
You'll fight, say, I've had about 60 or more boxing matches.
Right.
And you only meet 3 genuine punchers throughout your career. Jerry Cooney.
Jerry Cooney.
Ronnie Lyles.
Ronnie Lyle.
And a kid I worked with by the name of Cleveland Williams. And they hit so hard that it vibrates your body. Even if you block it, just goes right to you.
So you would say Jerry Cooney was one of the hardest punchers you've ever met in the ring?
He's been the 3. Even harder than Joe Frazier with his left hook.
Harder than Joe Frazier?
Harder.
What about Ernie Shaver?
I never fought Ernie Shaver. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. This fight last night went 4 grueling minutes.
I tell you, you are the W.C. Fields of the hour.
Yeah, I know. Sure. But let me say my observations about the fight. We were able to watch it here in the building. We were working late last night. I thought you looked terrific. If you didn't know that you were a man in your 40s, you're like 41?
41.
41. You would think that this was a contender in his late 20s, early 30s, right in there. You looked fit, and you did a devastating job of putting this guy away.
You got to do that when you're fighting a puncher. You can't play around because you may accidentally think you're going to hit him and miss him, and then he'll knock you out in the same fashion.
That's right.
He had me staggering there for a moment.
So it was the... When were you staggered?
I was staggered about halfway through the first round.
Really?
I couldn't let him know it because he would have went wild on me and knocked me out like he did Ronnie Lyles.
Yeah, he looked like a wild man, especially toward the end. He looked, you can see that fury in his face.
I'm going to tell him what you're saying.
No, no. I know. See, I feel badly because, I don't think anybody wants to see a guy's career come to an end the way his has several times. But on the other hand, what I'm saying, in a certain respect, fighting Jerry Cooney was a little like, fighting me. And now I'll give you all the credit in the world. I'll give you all the credit in the world. You did a great job, and Lord knows I couldn't get in there and do that. And he could have gotten lucky and maybe, tapped you. But now people are talking more realistically about a bout with Tyson.
That's what I wanted. I didn't really come back to fight Jerry Cooney or anyone in particular. I came back to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Now, is this
I
gonna
want this
happen?
Mike Tyson.
Is it going to happen?
I will assure you I'll do it in the same fashion, 1 or 2 rounds. I guarantee it.
Have you ever met Mike Tyson?
I've met him.
Yeah? When was the last time you chatted with him?
He didn't want to speak too much. I grabbed him and hugged him, and the next time he saw me, he ran. I guess he didn't want to be hugged anymore.
Is this fight actually going to happen, you think?
It's going to happen. Don King came to visit my camp in Houston less than a month ago, and he had a big contract, offered me $5 million in the whole deal.
Wow.
Told me to sign on the dotted line. I got more afraid of Don King and the dotted line than of Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I think that's where the real pitfalls may be in the whole deal. But now, how much what was the purse for last night's fight?
Oh, I don't know. It may be maybe a couple of $2 or $3 million.
So this is unbelievable to me that this is now a full-blown second career for you in the ring.
Oh, yeah. I'm an evangelist now. I moonlight as a boxer.
Yeah.
That's where I make me a little money so I can go and buy my fried chicken and hamburgers and things of that sort.
Well, now, what do the members of your congregation feel about your boxing activities now?
It's like they don't mention it. They just say, you know, that's one big guy.
Are they proud of you, do you think?
Oh, I think that we don't discuss too much about boxing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. Some of them are professional people, and I don't get into doctrine and nursing either.
So you have two different lives, completely apart
no,
from one
it's not
another.
two different lives. I just, you know, as an athlete, you don't try to mix them.
Yeah.
Preach, and I think that every athlete should be a preacher.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Less hitting below the belt, rabbit punching, and everything.
Yeah. You know,
even Howard Cosell should be a preacher.
Because of the contractual situation with Showtime, we can't show the knockout punch from last night's fight, but we can replay the audio of the knockout punch from last night's fight. All right, so we'll do that, and then we'll just do a commercial, and we'll come back and we'll talk more with George Foreman. But I must say, you look very impressive. All right, listen carefully now. This is early in the second round, right?
Okay. Listen.
Yeah, listen carefully. We'll be right back here. How many fights have you had since your comeback began?
I've had a total of 20 so far.
20, and what is your record?
I've knocked everyone out but one. I went 10 round once.
With 19 knockouts?
19 and one decision.
And give us the name of one of these people that we might recognize. Yeah, now, in all seriousness, have you
People
fought?
would ask me all the time, where am I getting these guys?
Yeah.
I don't fight them unless they're on respirators. I told you before that they have to be just 7 days, 8 days off the respirator.
See, I want you to understand something. I like you, and I'm on your side, and I
heard the comment you made the last time I left your show. I heard.
No, what was that?
Oh, about what Mike Tyson's going to do to me and everything. But I'm going to surprise you.
No, see, I think it would be, and people are saying, and you've heard it, people say, well, this fight should not be allowed to happen. Here's a man in his 40s. Tyson is a young tiger. He'll take him apart, and it'll be vicious and awful. But
I'm going to show the whole world that the people above 40 are the one who can really run this world.
Well, see, I think that's what makes it, that's where the appeal is.
When I get through winning a heavyweight championship of the world, I think there should be a mandatory retirement age, 65, no doubt. But when I get through, older people, senior citizens are going to walk down the street, and teenagers are going to hide behind the hedges. They're going to start holding on to their wallets, being afraid to be mugged.
I forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, I think it would be very exciting. I'm not sure that'll happen, but anyway, if you want to see this fight, it's on Showtime Saturday, January 21st at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. And I guess they have a whole hour show built around this thing?
Some more great fighters on the same.
Yeah, but your fight only lasts, seriously, like 4 minutes.
But it was so exciting. There was a lot of punches put on. Hurry, come on, come see the show.
But when Cooney goes down, he really goes down like an old building.
I'm going to tell Cooney everything you said about it.
Well, I mean...
See, I can't, when you're living in a glass house, you never throw a stone. Muhammad Ali had me down in the same fashion.
Yeah.
But I've lived the...
So when you get done, say you do fight Tyson, win, lose, or draw, what will you do?
Oh, I'm going to win.
Okay, win. Say you win. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to retire and then come back again at about 51.
No.
Seriously.
What about your family now? Was your family worried about this fight and happy when you won?
The children, they don't, they don't take me too serious. Once my older daughter tuned in on one of my fights, and she teased me. She said, Daddy, I tuned in, and I thought it was sumo or something.
Oh, well.
I didn't speak to her for a whole week.
Yeah.
And so they crack jokes. It's showtime, Daddy. And I would even call home and let them know I'm nervous.
And are they worried about this Tyson thing coming up?
No, not at all. They know that I can... my daughter, I told you earlier that she was afraid. The only thing that she was frightened about, or really afraid of, and she called me because she heard about my wild days. She wanted to know, was Mike Tyson my illegitimate son?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. That was the
It
most
scared
frightening
her,
thing. She
yeah.
was scared by that.
Here's this guy swilling up and trying to hit people on the ground like I used
Now,
to
there
do.
is no chance of that, I guess, right, George?
I didn't operate in New York.
Yeah.
I did. I was a bad boy, but I didn't.
Didn't have a franchise in the area then.
Franchise. I don't know
How
about
many
that.
kids do you have?
Hey, I have 8.
Eight
children,
kids.
children.
Oh, you're an amazing guy. What are the names of the kids?
Well, I've got 3 boys. They're all George Foreman. I have one daughter who's.
Wait a minute. You have 3.
There's George.
There's
They
George,
call me. I'm
right?
Big Daddy.
Larry, and George.
Then there's George Jr. and George the 3rd and the 4th. All
Okay.
George.
And then the rest of them are who?
Some of the I have a daughter, Frida George.
Frida George. Yeah.
Georgetta.
Georgetta.
I think you're making fun of me.
I ain't making fun of you. You're a terrific guy, you know? You're a lot of fun to have around, and these things you're doing with your life, to me, are very impressive. and I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you so
nice
much.
to see you again, George. Thank you very much for being here. George Foreman, kids. We'll be right back.